Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a beautiful year, bringing to you tech news, bringing to you tech conversations, and so much more. And on this special episode, what I want to bring to you is how this show is made, so that you have a feel of the good, the bad, the outwardly ugly, of making a show every other week for the whole year. My name is Brian Georgetieno, Branji, NTV's in-house techie, hosting Africa's biggest tech conversation on NTV. Guys, let's show you what it really takes to make TECHOVER, what goes into bringing guests in studio, putting all this, setting up, filming outside, going out on an experience like bike riding, for example, when we did the e-bikes with Jogs Mbugua, how all that is put together to give you the final product that you watch on television, and for you to get to appreciate the work we have put in for the whole year. These are behind the scenes of the show for this year, 2024. Enjoy. And I'm sorry, I'm about to embarrass some of you who have not been getting their act right, especially on the show. Forgive me. For what it's worth, let's be friends. When it's 31st December, all of this will be done. Sawa? All right, good people, there you go. A very beautiful experience. Faster. There you go. I am doing 10 kilometers per hour on this e-bike because it's my first time here. Nyago will laugh at me, but that's okay. Uh-huh. 10. I did promise that we are covering e-bikes, electric mobile. Let's take that again.
To access healthcare,
It's okay. It's okay. It's the beauty of. Let me ask that question again. End the show for us today.
Which camera? Okay. Thanks, guys, for having us today. I hope that you'll be able to join us next time.
Yes.
Same time. And before then, drink water, listen to Branji, and have a lovely week.
and okay, cut that. Jesus, yeah, she's. Okay, so.
Okay.
Should I use a title?
Please.
I rarely use titles.
It's okay.
I feel weird using a title.
It's okay.
You write down there. Yes. Okay, so she's listening. She's listening.
Aside from the money, from everything else that could possibly be lost, the biggest liability or the biggest issue with cybersecurity experts.
So do I tell? Oh la la. Inaweza kuwa tu hapa. Mimi naweza tilt. Kidogo.
Utakuwa off sana.
Oh, okay, sawa. Nipambane.
Aya, sawa. We are now here and we're going to be mnanishaganya.
I hope I'm okay on camera. Sikwe nini? Kwanza the brand ikishaonekana hivi, yeah?
Shirt looks fine. Huh? I don't have any buttons popping. Yeah.
There's so much to do out here.
Just a moment. Dun, dun, dun. Please, if you see me rambling here like a madman, just know it's money I'm looking for. Ni kutafuta tu do, so that I don't go serikali's idea of raising pay bills and all that. Rolling gish. Digital transformation is definitely check. Very well, you're no, but I told you, if you see me rambling here, just yeah.
Si rahisi. Kumbe liko nimetense.
Come on, man.
Nice.
Who is YSK? Who are this Young Scientists Association of Kenya? Check that again. Who is Young Scientists Kenya and what do you guys do? CPR DJ, good to see you. Thanks for making time for us on NTV. Please introduce yourself. Tell us what you do. You could say something. No, it's okay. Just for my own preparation and then, yeah. Last but not least, the betting companies. Last but not least, betting companies.
Just open up anything that is technical. Just scroll through it. You don't have to be necessarily doing anything. We're just looking to get some nice shots of the work that we do, basically. Yeah.
So we can capture a shot of him working on something.
Okay, so.
Okay, just okay, rolling.
Right, so we can see at the moment he's working on a character.
I wish they would put it on the oath that the president would not steal public funds. But anyway, let's enjoy the game for now. Mwingine juzi nimeona video fulani amewekewa dawa kwa chupa ya yogurt.
Hajui dawa.
So mamake anadunga nje, kumbe ameweka dawa hii side na chupa ya yogurt ndio hii anaiona, but amedunga hii side kaingia kwa dawa. So mtu yeye ananyonya jo asikia jo. Hii ni yogurt gani inaonja kama 40 bwana. So with that information, Ken, how does somebody know they're going to... And there you have it. That is part 1 of embarrassment. Part 2 will be better, I promise you. Let's take a short break. TECHOVER will be back. Don't go too far. Welcome back. You're watching TECHOVER on NTV, Africa's biggest tech conversation. That part 1 was basically just telling you the bloopers, the good, the imperfections that normally happen behind the scenes before you see a show on television. But on this second segment, where Startup of the Week normally is domiciled, we want to give you a bit of inspiration. So many guests came on the show the whole year, and they had beautiful nuggets of wisdom to share of their founder's journey, getting into tech, or something of the sort. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go, another blooper. Ladies and gentlemen, these are some of the best nuggets that came from our guests on the show. If you're a woman in tech, you need to listen to this. If you are somebody who is aspiring as an innovator, as a founder, you have a startup that has not hit the road just yet, this is a segment that you need to listen to, because the guests on the show this year came with a lot of nuggets of wisdom, and they had to share this with us. So here then are those short messages, each and every guest who came on the show, and this is what they had to say. I know it's not been an easy journey. There's a young man out there watching you right now, and he's inspired by what you do. What do you tell them? They want to get into innovation.
Start small,
Yeah.
fail
fail fast but fail forward.
Good, great. Good. So failure is inevitable.
Yes.
That's brutal, man.
You'll fail, but yeah, the number of failures is what will give that one success that you're looking for.
Great.
Founders give up really easily, very quick. Like if you've been through this entire journey, you'll realize that, I don't know, I can count almost 20 startups founders that I know like this, who started, but then along the way you start finding some small problems. I won't say they're small, problems are problems, but you find that that's the one reason why they exit. Now, if you can't have that level of resilience, you really need to have a tenacity of a very high caliber, because being a founder, being a founder is one of the most difficult things. People actually look at it as a very good thing, which is true. I mean, if I'm running my company, somebody who's doing 8 to 5 will be like, you're the most free person, I don't know. But that's not true. Branji, I sleep for 2-3 hours sometimes because I have to literally address the problems of my customers. There was one instance that happened where somebody kind of, I don't know what they were doing with the lockers, and it was such a big problem. I literally had to go to town at 3 a.m. in the morning to go fix that. Yes. Now, that's not a life you want. So much as people usually see the founder journeys as one of the things that they want to experience, it requires a lot. So put in your passion there. And then secondly, be very, you have to have that heart of, persevering, or what is called resilience. And then thirdly, do not start a startup to fundraise. There are things that have happened in my entrepreneurial journey that have pushed me so hard to either accept that I need to change the way I view things, because one thing that founders do is we always think we are the best. So we are building our solution based on how we feel about it. And that's also a very not nice thing to do with your startup. You need to understand, actually your biggest person to actually get insights from is your customer, not yourself. So you coming in and saying, there's this new feature, and then now it's doing all this, and then you push in money there, and that's part of what usually happens when people fundraise. When you fundraise, you now think you have the financial muscle to overbuild, only for you to realize that it's going to waste a lot of money.
I think our problems are very unique, not only as a continent, but also in each individual country, leave alone region on the continent, right? So that's the first thing I think they need to pay attention to and look at. Second, I think is we can't look at and focus at innovation for innovation's sake in this market, right? So a lot of people like to look at Silicon Valley and try to aspire and say like, oh, Silicon Savannah, which is still true. It's still a great model to look at. But here, we don't necessarily need unicorns, we need elephants, right? Really, really big businesses that serve the bottom of the pyramid and solve very real problems. And so when you're looking for startup founders, especially who are going towards impact and towards social values and social startups, they need to be thinking about not just the top layer of a problem, but even down to the infrastructure layer of some of these problems, very granularly. And especially here where, as much as I want to do, let's say, Uber for logistics, right? Great concept, B2B, like you can book your freight, whatever. If I don't have the roads to do this, doesn't really help me, right? Or doing deep e-commerce in rural, right? For example, if I don't have the infrastructure where people can access internet or an interface where they can shop such products, it gets much more difficult to really be able to build and continue to create value. So I think for them, they need to look at, okay, who's working on the ground level? Who's building the foundational infrastructure areas for us to be able to build other businesses on top of to create that value now and social good? That's what I think they need to be looking at.
But let's also talk to the women in tech, because there were so many women who came on this show, and as a policy we've dedicated a show per month to the women in tech. Ladies and gentlemen, let's finish off with that one and get to wrap up the show. Here are the women in tech who came on the show, and this is what they had to say to you, fellow ladies who... Did I just say fellow ladies? And you're not, no, we are not cutting today. Inaenda roho hivyo. Aya, sawa. Ladies, if you've been looking to get into technology, if you want to be a founder, an innovator, then these lady guests had these beautiful words to say to you.
Okay, the common word right now is tujitume.
Yeah.
First, women, we need to upskill ourselves.
Yeah.
Soma, soma, soma.
Yes.
If you have the right certifications, if you have the right education,
Yes.
then you create the right route for jobs. So first thing, I challenge the women, twende, we take a course on cybersecurity, any course absolutely,
Yeah.
on cybersecurity, then you'll see the doors will start opening for you.
If I'm going to deliver a message, it's going to be, do not wear big boy pants, wear big girl pants. Reject the word empowerment because it's a trap. No man will give you power. Power is claimed. You stand up and you claim your space because women are amazing. You are enough. You have everything it takes to start a venture, to see that venture scale. And for the record, women in STEM, all the ones that have already built ventures in tech are actually more successful and perform better than their male counterparts. So don't wait for anybody to give you power, reject it, take your power and believe that you are enough because you are, and just get those big girl pants on and get out there.
I want to speak to the young girl in tech. The time is ripe for this space. Many years ago, we all used to compare in doctors, in lawyers, and there were fewer women now. Even in journalism, we are beginning to see a ratio of 50 to 50. There is no reason why that you cannot explore an opportunity in tech. What a man can do, I'm seeing very and laughing. A woman can do better. So, I mean, we are here to hold your hands, ask questions. I'm quite interested in supporting where we can in terms of just getting young people. Konza, I know, is very particular on issues around women in tech. There's nothing that stops you. There is a sea of possibility out there. Just go out, do it. You can do it. And there are many universities offering that opportunity now. And even more better, there is many online free courses on analytics, anything you want, it's out there. Just try it. You like it, go for it.
So as a woman, you're trying to support other women. There are other areas such as data science where you're able to collect data, analyze that and give feedback. And what is this data talking about? How can it improve the livelihoods of people? So there are different areas that women can venture into. Initially, it was limited to software development, but now it's broad. And we are encouraging women just to come and see how do they want to improve the livelihoods of people and pick one area of technology and run with it and to make the world better.
So question is, are we able to vocalize this? Are we able to mentor these young ones and be able to like say, okay, now from this particular space, we're saying that, oh, so they can actually relate. Oh, so she can. So that means also I can. So we've actually like done maybe in another space. So, I'm actually still able on an IEEE. We've been able to actually like make sure we are very intentional when it comes to just impacting young girls from high school level, which I feel like right now, it's kind of like we need to actually like go lower to the primary level and be able to like now impact them. So from the primary high school level, you actually go and introduce yourself. You actually like this and this. Not only just us, but also students who are ladies, actually like maybe into what they actually call the hardcore units. So they introduce themselves and they're like, so it is possible for us to actually be in that particular spaces. And here we're not saying that we're empowering girls more. What we're just saying is that can we actually have more girls in such spaces that we can actually be able to build things together. So when you're actually like trying to actually like coming to the innovation table, can the men and can the girls also be able to be in that particular table and be able to like build things that actually like are able to they're contextualized and also be able to just be sustainable for both to actually like be able to actually use.
Start whenever. You don't have to be ready to start. There's lots of things you're going to learn on the way. Yes.
All right, I've embarrassed myself enough for this show and for the year, I guess, and it's a good way to end the year. Allow me to pass my sincere gratitude, appreciation to one Shabak Mwalovicho, who is the editor of this show. Shabak sits here up until way very late into the night or early morning, depending on which time zone you use, and he edits this show. Let me also give a shout out to producer John Milimu, and earlier on it was Mike who left. But thank you, gentlemen, for putting together Africa's biggest tech show, Africa's biggest tech conversation, and for giving the African techies a voice out here. And to every other guest who came on the show this year, we truly appreciate your contribution towards building lasting, sustainable solutions to African problems. This and much more, I guess, next year on this same show, every Monday, 7:30 p.m. East African time, only on NTV. Stay techy and may tech live forever. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year 2025. We love you and thank you for standing and supporting TECHOVER.